Hey guys, welcome back to the Unprofessional Kitchen, where I show you how to make great food in the average kitchen. Today, we're making an Asian American classic dish, the General-Tso Chicken. And since this is the average kitchen, where I do not have a wok, I'm going to show you how to make this dish without a wok. Now, I can't guarantee that it's going to be a traditional recipe, but I can guarantee that it's going to be absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time and get straight to cooking.
Starting with the ingredients for the marinade and dry batter, up first, the most obvious component, chicken, which I'm using 1 chicken breast. For the marinade, we will add 2 cloves of grated garlic, approximately 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger, 1 whole egg, and dark soy sauce. But if you don't have that, you can use regular soy sauce. It'll work just fine. Optionally, you can add 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing wine. And for the dry batter, it's very simple, 1 cup of flour mixed with half a cup of cornstarch. On to our favorite component, the sauce. For this, we'll need 2 to 3 cloves of minced garlic, approximately 1 tablespoon of minced ginger. Non-traditionally, I like to add gochujang, which is essentially a Korean fermented chili paste. 1.5 tablespoons equal parts of sweet and dark soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of black vinegar or rice vinegar and sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing wine. The whites of 3 green onions. About 2 tablespoons of water, or as much as you need to balance it out for you. And I almost forgot, but very importantly, 2.5 tablespoons of granulated white sugar, or optionally you can opt for brown sugar. Lastly, I like to add some garnish for added flavor and texture in the form of dried red chilies, about 1/3 a cup of peanuts, and then green portion of a green onion to top at the end. Alright, so let's get started with marinating the chicken. And we're going to do this by first peeling our garlic and our ginger. And top tip, if you're peeling ginger, using the edge of a spoon is easily the best way to do it. Then, we'll cut the chicken into 1-inch bite-sized cubes, so to speak. Quite simply, it's not really rocket science. We're going to do this by cutting lengthwise along the chicken, and then turning it around and cutting it cross-sectionally to get the desired size of chicken. Bearing in mind as well, I forgot to mention, that this is going to be enough to serve about 1 or 2 people, depending on the portion sizes you plan on serving. We'll place that into a bowl, and add our dark soy sauce, grated garlic, ginger, and Shaoxing wine. Then mix that up until all your chicken is nicely incorporated with the marinade. Then we'll just cover that up with the plastic wrap and leave it in the fridge while we prepare everything else. Prepping the sauce, we'll start with the aromatics, beginning with slicing the green onion and roughly slicing and mincing the garlic, and then repeating the exact same step on the ginger that you've peeled using your newly acquired knowledge on how to efficiently peel ginger. Put that aside, and in a separate bowl, you're going to want to add in your dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, black vinegar, sesame oil, granulated sugar, gochujang, Shaoxing wine, and water. You're going to mix everything together, and then you'll remember that you have a secret optional ingredient, which is a healthy pinch of MSG, which if you don't want to add, or you don't have, that's fine, leave it out and mix it all up just the same. And in yet another separate bowl, you're going to add in your flour, and if I can stop making such a mess, you're going to add your cornstarch, which you're then going to whisk together with a fork. Now you can fetch your chicken that's been marinating in the fridge and add an egg, which is going to help the flour bind nicely to the chicken. Add the chicken into the flour cornstarch mix, and you can do this in batches if you like, and mix everything together to make sure it's thoroughly coated so you don't miss any of the nooks and crannies. To a heavy base pot or high-walled pan such as this, add in a neutral cooking oil, either canola or veggie, and heat it up to about 365 degrees Fahrenheit. Add in your chicken, but make sure you do this step in batches to avoid overcrowding. You don't want to risk having the oil overflow onto the stove. Cook each batch for about 4 to 5 minutes or until the internal temperature of your chicken reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Once that's done, in a separate pan, you're going to heat up about 1 tablespoon of neutral oil on medium and add in the aromatics of your sauce. Cook that for about 1 to 2 minutes, then add in your dried chilies and peanuts. It would also be worth mentioning at this point that if you are someone who doesn't like spicier food, you can always opt to not add the dried chilies. Just cook those off for a couple more minutes and then you can go ahead and add in your sauce mixture. Let the sauce come up to a boil like so. Once it does, we will add what's called a cornstarch slurry, which is just about 1 tablespoon or so of cornstarch dissolved in water. When added to the sauce, it will act as a thickening agent to help get the sauce to the desired thickness we want to be able to coat the chicken. Notice when I drag my wooden utensil, it parts the sauce. From there, you can add your chicken into the pan and marry all those flavors together. And now, while it's still piping hot and fresh off the stove, we're going to go ahead and transfer that into our serving bowl. And then lastly, we're just going to add some fresh green onion to garnish it and make it look pretty. Now you can go ahead and serve this with a side of rice, or you can enjoy this as a standalone in all of its umami glory.
Alright guys, and that about sums up my video on my recipe for how to make General-Tso's chicken in an average kitchen. So the next time you're craving classic American Asian takeout, ditch the soggy delivery boxes for the homemade variety. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this where I show you how to make great food in the average kitchen, please think about subscribing to the YouTube channel. And as always, if there's something that you want to see me cook in the average kitchen, leave it in the comment section below. And until then, I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.